All right, let's talk about a huge problem that so many businesses are facing. How in the world do you move just massive, and I mean massive, amounts of data into the cloud? Well, today, we're going to dig into Microsoft's very clever solution for this, the Azure Data Box.
Let me just ask you this straight up. How would you do it? Seriously, how do you move a petabyte of data, that's 1,000 terabytes by the way, from say your office to a data center on the other side of the planet? Your normal internet connection? Yeah, it's not going to cut it. Not even close. This is the exact problem we're going to unpack right now.
So, here's the game plan. First, we'll look at the challenge itself. Then, I'll introduce you to the Azure Data Box. We'll check out its track record for speed and reliability, cover some really exciting news about where it's available, and then we'll show you exactly how you can get started. Simple as that.
Okay, first things first, the data migration challenge. You know, it's funny. The cloud feels like it's everywhere, right? But when you've got a mountain of data to move, your network can make it feel like it's a million miles away. Here's the hard truth. For these huge data sets, the internet basically becomes a giant traffic jam. Trying to upload terabytes, let alone petabytes, over your standard network, you could be waiting for weeks, maybe even months, or worse, it could just time out and fail completely. It's a huge bottleneck. So if the digital highway is blocked, what do? Well, Azure's answer is, surprisingly, physical. It's time to introduce the Azure Data Box. Think of it as a physical solution to a very digital problem.
Now, this is not just some big external hard drive. No way. This is a purpose-built piece of kit packed with next-gen NVMe storage. And all you really need to know about NVMe is that it means it's blazing fast, like way faster than the traditional drives most of us are used to.
And what's cool is, it's not a one-size-fits-all deal. You've got options. There's the 120 terabyte model, which is perfect for most large data sets. And then there's the big one, the 525 terabyte model. That's the powerhouse you call in for those absolutely massive, we're moving the entire data center kind of projects.
Okay, the technology sounds great on paper, but how does it actually perform out in the real world? Well, the results are in, and honestly, the numbers are seriously impressive. Just look at the scale we're talking about here. Petabytes, that's thousands of terabytes of data, have already been moved using these devices. And this is across all sorts of different industries, so this thing has been seriously battle-tested. And what kind of difference does it make? Well, customers are reporting data transfers that are up to 10 times faster than what their networks could handle. Just think about that for a second. A project that you thought might take a couple of months could now be done in just a few days. That is an absolute game changer.
But you know, it isn't just about pure speed. Customers really love these things because they're reliable, especially when you're working on a huge project where failure is just not an option. They're praised for being super efficient, and maybe most importantly, they're one of the most cost-effective ways to do this, offering the lowest cost per terabyte you'll find for offline transfers.
Okay, and this brings us to the really big news, the whole reason we're talking about this today. All this amazing tech is great, but it doesn't help you if you can't get your hands on it, right? Well, because so many people want it, Azure is kicking off a major global expansion.
So here it is, the big announcement. General availability for Data Box is now officially extended to 4 new regions: India, Qatar, South Africa, and Korea. This is a massive deal for businesses in those locations looking to get to the cloud faster.
Let's quickly break down what this table means for you. If you need the biggest and the best, so both the 120 and that monster 525 terabyte SKU, those are now available in places like the US and Europe, with India and Qatar just added to that list. And then, the super capable 120 terabyte device is rolling out in places like Brazil and the UAE, with South Africa and Korea being the newest additions there.
So, you've seen the problem, you've seen the solution, and you've seen the proof that it works. You even know it's available near you. The next question is obvious. How do I get one? Let's walk through the playbook. It's probably easier than you think.
It's a beautifully simple 3-step process. First, you head over to the pricing page so you know exactly what the costs are in your region, no surprises. Second, you just hop into the Azure portal and pick the right device for your needs, whether it's the 120 or the 525. And third, you place the order. That's it. Your migration is officially underway.
And hey, if you have any specific questions about your own project, or you just want to give the team some feedback, they're really easy to reach. Just shoot them an email at the address you see right here on the screen.
So that's the Azure Data Box, a really smart physical solution that just cuts right through those digital roadblocks. And it kind of leaves us with one last thought for you and your organization.
Your data is definitely ready to move. The only question is, are you?